Send in the clowns, the most beautiful clowns, the magical, the sensational clowns from Georgia. Circus Mircus. Hi here, Finns here. I'm back for another one of my jury reviews, giving my verdict for all 40 entries for Eurovision 2022, as if I was a jury member. Next country I'm reviewing is Georgia, and the band is Circus Mircus. The song Lock Me In. And yes, the very curious Georgia bringing a risk to the competition, a song that will divide viewers in most parts, but saying what the hell they want. Georgia, it's an interesting one to judge. It's an interesting one. Their song Lock Me In. It's kind of indie pop in some places, a bit of a rock sound in it. Very can be quite loungy in some places. They're different. They're unique is the right word. Just titled unique under me. It's just unique. There is nothing like it. It's a bit quirky, a bit zany, a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. But they're different. They stand out from the crowd, and I respect that from them. It's something different. It's sonically unique. Circus Mircus has composed. You know, who they are, we have no idea. I mean, even when at the pre-parties, we still have kind of no idea who they really are. Which is a shame, because I want people to connect with. The song, on the other hand, is questionable. It's musically quite a lot to get through. Instrumentally, a lot as well. I think it's very repetitive in places. I'm not a big fan of the verses, per se. I do find they go...
It's a bit jarring for me. Right now.
I'm not a big fan of the verses. However, the chorus, however, is actually... I've done a good job with the chorus. It's kind of catchy. Lock me in, lock me out, lock me in, lock me out, lock me sideways. Circus Mircus. It actually gets stuck in my head. I remember that, and you know what, in a recapitulating songs, you know, people, that's not a bad thing, you know, people will remember it though. So I'm glad the chorus is good. I think that's a good point. If you have a good chorus, that could maybe save the song, you know. It's very different. I mean, musically, this ain't usually my song to listen to. I still think it's quite a lot for me to get through, per se. Musically, with those verses. It's not my thing, per se. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how they perform it live. I've seen them in Tel Aviv, and they're not that bad live. I think maybe some of the vocals could be worked on a little bit, maybe in the verses, maybe with the whole band, maybe could work on the vocals in the verses, maybe a little bit. But you know what? This is a risk for Georgia. I mean, Georgia's taken risks so far. And you know what? This ain't a 3 minutes to Earth with a minute of yodeling and a woman in a green dress, you know. You know, it's not 3 minutes to Earth, the Shin. It's America. It's not Georgia 2014. I mean, I could go on saying how bad that entry was back in 2014, but I know one of their members had sadly passed away, so I'll be respectful. It's just, it wasn't my cup of tea back then. This is better than that entry. This is better, because actually the chorus does sing the song. Let me in, let me in. I remember it. That's a good bit. I remember it, so that's good. How well will Georgia do? Well, Georgia will be competing in the second semi-final. In the first half, they perform in number 5. The number 5 spot, so they'll be perform after Azerbaijan and just before Malta. Interesting draw from Georgia. They used to have early second half draw, so I'm quite glad they had a first half draw for a change of pace this year. Will they qualify? Georgia hasn't qualified in the last 6 years, which is a long time for Georgia. I mean, they haven't had really that great entries, really. They've taken risks. The risks they've taken haven't worked for Georgia. This entry could go either ways. If it is executed perfectly, this could qualify. If it's executed badly, this could come last in the semi-final. I don't know where this is going to finish, really. The bookies have it actually quite high for it to qualify, but to win the semi-final they have it quite low, interestingly enough. So I don't know where this is going to go. I think staging is key, how they stage it. You know, coming on after Azerbaijan, will they have a good show? They might not, who knows? In a field of ballads, maybe this could stand out. I mean, it's also competing with Serbia in the semi, and I kind of prefer from Serbia to say, but that's going to be remembered. Will both Serbia and Georgia both make it to the final? I don't know. I don't know if both of them can survive. So it could be challenging for Georgia, but I wouldn't say they're dead on arrival this year. I think they've got a bit of a chance. It might be a bit of a struggle, and at the moment I might say it might be more out than in. But staging will depend on that. I think staging and the live vocals, maybe a jury could maybe get behind if it's executed well. Who knows? This is a risk for Georgia. This is a risk. Midnight Gold qualified, and not everybody predicted that, so maybe a similar outcome could come from this. Who knows? Who knows? It is in a strong semi, so depends on staging, it depends on vocals, it depends on everything really at the end of the day. My score out of 10, I was thinking what should I score it? At the end, I'm going to give this a 5.5. I'm not massively in love with this song per se, but this is above average to say. It's not my favourite, but there is merit, and it is actually, compared to some other Georgian entries in recent years, not a bad attempt. It is a risk, and actually it's not that bad of a song. I just don't like the verses. I prefer the chorus over the verses. I feel it's a bit of a drag to get into the song. When we get to the chorus, it's actually alright. Staging is key. How their vocals will also be key. Will miss qualify to final? I don't know. But we'll wait and see on that. But anyway, are you in? Are you out? Are you sideways for Georgia this year? Comment down below. Are you ready to go to the circus in Georgia with Circus Mircus this year? What is your score out of 10? Comment down below, like and subscribe this video, and I will be back with more content very soon. So then, goodbye people, goodbye. Let me in, let me out, let me sideways. Circus Mircus. Bye.